Joe,
Sir.
myth or fact? Deer do see color.
I don't know, man. I think it's kind of a myth.
For real?
Yeah.
I think it's a fact.
What colors can they see?
I think, my experience, blue and yellow.
Well, I sure as hell don't see yellow.
Why?
There's deer crossing signs all over the place, and they sure as hell don't use them.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Fair.
At the same time, they might see yellow because, dude, they'll stop at a spotlight.
Yeah, you would know, I guess. You would be the guy.
We all grew up listening to our granddad's myths, these fishing and hunting myths that we grew up believing. We're going to cover some of the myths today, fishing and hunting myths that we grew up believing to this day. Are they a myth? Are they a fact? We're going to play a little game. Make sure you play along with us. If there's a myth you grew up listening to, let us know in the comments. We're going to turn it over. We got Jimmy and Joe here with some paddles in front of them.
And that's a fact.
That myth?
No, it's a fact.
Busted.
I hope I spelt those right.
Yeah.
I've never seen this letter.
Well, no shit. You're from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen any of these letters.
I wanted to put truth in myth, but I couldn't spell truth, so I put fact. Yeah, so that'll work.
They know what we mean.
You couldn't spell truth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like me saying I was going to name my kid Yuck, but couldn't
I
spell
didn't
it.
have enough F's. So
all my F's are gone.
Yeah.
Go see my barren field of F's.
I don't have any F's to give anymore.
No, I have no F's to give. Well, guys, we put together some fishing and hunting myths. We're going to read them off. These guys are going to play along with us, and we're going to see if these are actual myths, if there's no science behind it, if there is some science behind it, and we'll see if we can debunk these. But I'm going to read one off to you guys now.
I'm ready.
Now, just a reminder, these myths and facts are come up and decided upon by three absolute goofs, right? There is the only science behind this is the science behind our brain.
We are science.
We are science.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, guys. We're doing this for science. We're just going to see if we can kind of debunk it here with you guys. Make sure you play along with us. Let us know in the comments if this is a myth, a fact, complete bullshit, or if you have some science behind it. Make sure you let us know in the comments because we surely can't back this up with any kind of,
I can't back up without a slight alarm going off.
Right.
Beep.
All
right, let's hear it, Ben.
Here we go.
Number one, this is a fishing myth.
Ooh, fishing.
The fish don't bite when it's raining. Is this a myth or is this fact?
You said when it's not raining?
The fish don't bite when it's raining. Jimmy says this is a myth. Joe says this is a fact. Jimmy, you've been out there fishing in the rain and caught a whole bunch of fish? That's been your best fishing?
Brother, let me ask you something. When it rains, do you get hungry?
I want to curl up in a bed and go to sleep.
Right after you eat a big old meal, huh? Same thing with a fish. Heck yeah, they're going to be out there. Some of the best fishing is when it's raining. Now, let us know.
I say fish, it's a fact for the reason that fish hate water. They don't want to get wet, just as same as I don't want to get wet when I'm out there fishing in the rain. Fish are allergic to water. I mean, clearly, if they don't like the water, that's why they don't bite in the rain.
That's true.
I can tell you
That's
this,
true.
that I have never had my best day fishing when it's raining. I'm just saying.
Have you had your best day of fishing? Were your fish wet on your best day of fishing?
Every time.
Every single time.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you catch fish with ticks on them.
But maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Brad Paisley helps me check for him.
All right,
What's
guys,
next?
There's absolutely zero science behind there absolutely no bite in the rain. As a matter of fact, I've watched plenty of fishing tournaments where those guys are slamming them in the rain. It's just never worked out for me. You guys let me know if this is a myth or a fact in the comments. I'm going to read the next one. This is a hunting myth.
Ooh.
I've never been.
Bucks always travel into the wind. Is this a fact or is this myth? Fact.
This is debatable.
It very debatable.
Very debatable. And
Well, have you guys heard this though? Everybody telling you in the fields,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the deer is always going to travel into the wind. They're going to be.
You're gonna see the deer coming with the note,
Yeah.
opposite of what you're. Yep.
But I've also seen this in person,
Mhm.
right? I've seen deer come out of wood line, they start scanning, they'll find then legitimately come into a wind, right? So I have seen it in person.
I have
now,
too.
Is it every single time? No. But I'd say it's probably 7 out of 10 times a good buck or just a deer in general will kind of circle to catch a wind.
Here's where I think this myth comes from. I think this myth comes from the rut. I think more people are in the woods during the rut, and bucks are checking winds. They most of the time they're doe scent checking areas into the wind, searching for hot does. And I think more people see bucks do that during the rut because there's more people in the woods during the rut.
I agree.
And I think that's where the myth comes from.
I can agree to that.
So I think we could chalk that up to a myth. I don't think it's fact.
This is baloney.
Hey, Jimmy Trent just said it's a myth, so it's a myth.
I personally
Oh,
call
my
it-
mama.
Oh, my mama.
I call bullshit, man, because there's the same thing that the deer will be downwind from the does, or the bucks will be downwind from the does. There's no way, the way the wind moves, that bucks are going to be moving their bedding areas based off of wind. They're going to bed where they bed, and they're going to move with the wind in their favor.
Dr. Deer, when
yeah.
you get a second, come on here and help us debunk these, please.
All right. There's a ton of theories out there that we can do.
We can talk all day on that one.
Let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree. But I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call that bullshit. They don't always travel into the wind. This one's a fishing. Big bait catches big fish.
Big bait catches big fish. I'm going to agree with Joe.
It's an absolute myth.
Okay,
Absolute
why?
myth.
Because I have caught fish smaller than the baits that I've put on.
Yeah.
Whether it's
But that was a big bait for that fish.
yeah, well, damn, Ben. Yeah, no.
All right, I think once again it comes down to time of year and the aggressiveness of whatever species of fish that it is. And most of the time, with most species, you're going to catch that in the fall and the spring.
Yep.
Big baits in the fall and spring for a lot of species. In the winter months when it's cold, I'm going to small baits. Maybe I'm mixing it up in the hot months.
I will say, if you want to catch a Joe, you put a big old plate of chicken fried steak on the table, buddy.
I don't need
That's a fact.
bro. Chicken fried steak. You need some Chef Bourdief. That'll get the job done.
So here's what
I
I'll
have standards.
here's what I'll put that one to rest, because I always base off of like match the hatch. So if I'm gonna try to catch what the fish are biting on, I look at what they're spitting out on the way into the boat, and then that size I'm casting out. So I kind of stick with that.
You know what? I will say to this real quick. I just watched a video from Dangle Nation the other day, and he was sitting throwing jigs right in front of a big bed of crappie, and they wouldn't touch it, touch it. He grabbed another pole with a smaller jig, dropped it in there. They started
Hammered
smashing,
right then.
dude. So it is, bigger baits, bigger fish, smaller baits, bigger fish, whatever the heck it is. It's just, it depends on the species, the time, what that fish wants to do.
Man, fish are just like it. Sometimes I want a slice of pizza. Sometimes I want a whole pizza. Just
right.
depends.
Next one here is going to be a hunting myth. You should never touch a fawn because the mother will abandon it.
Both.
Okay, Jimmy says fact.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
I'm not going to say every time, but I'm saying fact, because that does happen. There is a wise tale, if you will, a fact or a myth in there.
We call that a myth.
So how did that get? But I think it's a fact, and I say it's a fact because it happens sometimes. It happened before. That's why it's there. I don't think that it happens most of the time. Bam.
So I think that because I have physically walked up to fawns and picked them up like out of the road and moved them, or out of a field we were cutting hay and moved them, and the does have came back, got their young. I feel like if you're not if you just moving that deer, cool, got it. Don't take it in the fucking house and cover it in perfume and, oh, look at my baby. Ooh, it's just a baby.
Because
No,
if
don't
it's
do
got
that.
cologne,
Leave it alone.
leave it alone.
I'm going to say the only thing that makes the sure thing that's going to make a mother abandon its fawn is a 30-06.
I firmly
That does
Fact.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That seems to get the
Fact.
job done.
That'll work.
fact.
All right.
We got Ben Holman over there.
Let us know.
He's separating.
We'll separate them family quick. All right, here we go. This one's touchy because this one hit close to home here. Red hooks, red line. Does that catch more fish, or is that a myth?
I'm gonna go with myth.
I'm gonna go myth.
Yeah, 100% myth. Joe, what you got on that?
I mean, it works. I think for me, my mythical madness here is it might work in certain type of waters.
Yeah.
But if you're fishing a crystal clear lake with red and red, you know, and then you got a daggum shiner or whatever on there, it's just, it doesn't matter. You're not going to catch more fish red.
Yeah, I think, there's some science behind the color red and how fish see the color and what it is and stuff. But I'm with you. I think in certain water clarities, the red's good, but
Sometimes a good, sometimes a shit.
and I think most of the time it's shit.
Man. I went and looked it up, and I couldn't find any kind of research behind this. What I pulled up was years ago, people believed that red looked like blood underwater. Research hasn't shown any consistent evidence that the red hooks outfish standard hooks. It's always going to boil down to hook sharpness, presentation, and, the area you're at, because we just talked about clarity, stain water, all that stuff's going to matter. So
it's a perfect example of what marketing and advertising can do.
Absolutely. And you're talking about it, you said it looks like red or it looks like blood, right? We all know that the only fact about blood is that blood makes the green grass grow.
Green grass.
Correct. Not the water and the fish.
Yeah. So that is a fact.
Fact.
All right, here we go. This one is a hunting myth. Big bucks only move at night.
We're talking about them ghost bucks, the nocturnal bucks,
The
right?
5 minutes after,
After shooting light and before. So in my experience, that's 100% a fact because they never move when I'm out there. But in the real world, it's actually a myth.
That's because Jimmy is too busy moving to the next ridge, moving around the river, moving, period. It's a myth.
Yeah, it's definitely a myth.
We've all killed big bucks in the morning, midday. I mean, you're talking, you can shoot a good buck or deer in general.
I will say that a lot of big bucks do stay within, like, depending on where they're at. If they got a good range, everything they need, during high pressure air times, they'll stay in 100 yard. As small as a 100-yard circle, you know what I mean? Until after dark. But that buck gets up throughout that day and he's moving around that area.
And I will say that if that buck is being stubborn and he's cutting that 5 to 10 minute window, get you some J2 berry blend and take it out there. Them deer will change the way.
Can't resist it. Can't resist it.
Well, this next one's a fishing myth, and it's really just kind of a preference debate, and it's it's based around fishing line. Braid, mono, or fluoro. Is one better than the other?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So they have... This is there's really not a fact or a myth.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like
the board is sideways.
Yeah, this really wasn't a fact or a myth. It was just a debate.
It's
right?
shooter preference, right?
Okay.
I'm going to say they all have their place, right?
Correct. In water, in murky water, clear water, whatever.
Over rocks, through the brush.
Yeah, depending on the structure. To me, structure is going to, whatever structure's in the area is going to determine. Actually, I'm going to have braid on all my rods, and then I'm going to have leader, either mono or fluoro leader.
Yeah.
But there's been times where all that braid, just having braid, I get caught on something on the braid. That leader didn't do me any good, and I lose everything still. So
correct.
Yeah.
That's debatable.
I think they all have their place.
Correct.
I think it turns into like the Goldilocks story.
If you could only have one, though.
This string's too stretchy. This string floats too well. This string's too strong.
Yeah.
If you only get one, which one are you going to take?
Man, I can direct tie braid to anything in fish, bro.
I'm going to go mono, man. I don't know why.
I'm going to go braid.
Maybe I would go braid because it's probably going to last longer, too.
Let me tell you why I don't do mono.
Here we go, saltwater fishing.
Nope, I'm a kayak angler. And that slingshots it right back to me, bro. And that treble hook gets in you from there, dude. It's just like, bang! Oh, yeah.
Let me get the pliers out.
Yeah, so... All right, here we go. Let's go back to a hunting one. And this is the old myth, never hunt after a full moon. Is this a myth or a fact?
Is it never hunt after a full moon or hunt during a full moon?
I wrote down never hunt after a full moon. So what let's talk about moon phase and why this is a debate.
So I will say that in my non-expertise, however scientifically proven measures of hunting, that when there's a full moon, the deer will move a little later in the day than first thing in the morning at first light, because I feel that they move a little later at night because it's practically daylight in the full moon. Depending
environmental
on the weather,
factor.
right?
That's what I was gonna say. Environmental factors got so much to play.
I'm not gonna say that I won't hunt after a full moon. However, I'm gonna sit longer during the morning or even a full day sit, because I've got trail cam pictures and personal experience where they might start moving at 11 to 12 or like 11 to 2 rather than, right after the sun comes up or whatever.
So I'm definitely saying it's a myth. I think I've shared this with you before, Ben. I used to keep a log of every time that I went hunting and fishing. So I'm writing down the weather conditions, I'm writing down the moon phase, and barometric pressure. Those are pretty much the three things that I'm looking at. And when I did that, I didn't see any real significant change in hunting or fishing. The biggest change that I seen on a full moon night, I'm not catching a flathead catfish. I never caught a flathead on a full. Everybody's like, oh, full moon night, go flathead. No, new moon night, go flathead. So new moon for me over full moon.
Now, mind you, that science comes from the same guy that Googles, how do I get this deer to come back to me while he's still sitting in the stand? Just a reminder.
No, that got taken way out of context.
Yeah, for me, I just don't feel like there's enough science behind that. I think everything's based off of moon phase, yes, but I've hunted mornings after a full moon, and it's been all right against my better judgment, because I'd rather do an afternoon evening hunt after a full moon. But Jimmy and I guided, and sometimes the hunters want to get out there and they're not gonna pass up a morning hunt just because you said, hey, well, it was a full moon last night. Now we will let them know, hey, it was a full moon last night. It may be a later hunt this afternoon. You probably pull the trigger later, but
expect pulling the trigger at 11 rather than 7:30.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Next one. And I hope you guys are playing along with us. Let us know in the comments if you think this is complete, we got it wrong. Let us know if you agree.
Oh, none of it's wrong.
Yeah, we are saying it.
This next one, though, I think everybody's going to agree. This is a myth we all grew up hearing, and it's the cow myth. The cows are down, ain't no fish around.
Yeah.
What are some myths you guys have heard about the cows, all standing up, all laying down?
Yeah, I've heard if the cows ain't grazing, the fish ain't playing.
Okay.
Yeah, if the cows are down, everything's down.
Yeah.
If the cows are down, you're not going to get the brown, deer hunting.
Whoa.
Yeah, come on, man. If it's brown, it's down. But if the cows are down, you ain't going to get the brown.
So would you say this is a myth?
I'm going to say it's a myth.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a myth, too.
All right.
Because I have fished farm ponds with cows sleeping right next to me on the edge of it, still caught fish.
Now, on the flip side, I've also went out and on the flip side, when the cows are down, never got a bite, never seen an animal
Yeah,
don't know.
it's just it is what it is.
Why are the cows normally down though?
Man, I'll tell you.
Because they're ground beef.
Yes,
That's good.
I can't argue that one. That was good.
Oh man, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
Moving on.
Moving on. All right, this next one is a fishing myth, and boy, is this gonna stir up some comments here. Bananas on a boat. Is that the biggest crock of shit you've ever heard, or is that a fact or a myth? Or, I mean, boy, I tell you what, that seems to stir up the most, comments or anything. Let us know in the comments if you absolutely will not bring a banana on a boat, or if you just think it's absolute crap. Joe says fact.
I got a bad story about this. So,
Jimmy, is it a myth or a fact?
I will heed my counselor's advice, invoke my Fifth Amendment.
Fish and Fauci over
Fish and Fauci. Yeah.
I'm going to say fact just because since I was knee high to a grasshopper, I was told don't ever put a fucking banana on the boat. Therefore, I haven't, nor will I.
I never have either. So
it ain't because science. It ain't because how did the bananas get here?
right? I'm gonna go
on a boat.
On a boat.
Right? And just facts of life. And my grandpappy said,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just like Joe said, not you. The other Joe, don't do it.
Don't.
You better don't.
Do you better don't.
You better don't. What do you say, Ben? Y'all been on a boat more than I have.
All right. Here's what I think. Just like Joe said, it's something I've heard my whole life. But I had to go look it up. Why? What's the science behind it, right? What's the theory? And it comes from an old, back to the early sailors. An old sailing ships were carrying bananas that spoil quickly, attracted pests, and were involved in several unlucky voyages. The bananas weren't the problem, but it seems like they brought problems, and for that reason, everybody was like, absolutely no boat or no bananas.
And for that
on the boat.
reason, I'm out. Jack Sparrow said, keep the bananas off the boat.
How did he say it, though?
Well,
no banana.
Like Joe said, these bananas have evolved like a Pikachu to create chaos on a boat and ruin fishing trips.
The only banana that's allowed on a boat is a banana hammock. And
you allow those on your boat.
I absolutely. You're with me. You're driving the boat.
Next.
All right.
Fact.
All right, here we go. This next one. All right. This is a hunting myth. The more points on a buck, the older it is.
Oh, that's a hard fact, dude. Everybody knows that.
Do they?
No, they don't. No.
All right, Joe.
No.
Let us know what you think about
man.
the myth behind more points on a buck and if that has anything to do with age. And
No, absolutely not. It has to do with genetics. It has to do with
diet, nutrition.
It has to do with genes. It has to just do everything other than age. It's so
everything else.
Everything else. We have scientifically seen 8-year-old deer that are 6-pointers.
Yeah.
The guys that killed the one down there at the Moy Grande, right down in Freer, he shot that buck. It was 6.5 years old. It was a spike.
You've seen 2.5, 3-year-old some of these deer, 200-inch deer are bigger,
Absolutely. There's 3-year-old deer that are 200 inches.
Points got no.
Now they're genetically modified, and by advice from my counsel, I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment on that.
Smart guy.
The rest of that.
Oh man,
it's pretty smart.
Here we go. I'm gonna take over while we're doing this. Not smart.
Not.
It's against better anyway.
What color's your tie?
What color is the carpet? All right, here we go. Let's go to a fishing myth here. This is a good one. Live bait outfishes artificials. All right.
That's a hard fact in my opinion.
Okay.
100%.
Let's talk about it.
That's a hard fact.
All right. I mean,
It's natural.
Do you want a crispy piece of bacon or a fake gummy piece of bacon?
well,
Settled.
Fact.
Settled.
That's scientific.
Settled.
Yeah. Myth busted.
I'm sorry. No, I have to agree with that 100%. Live bait or cut bait
Yeah.
from that same body of water is going to catch you more fish than
In my opinion, it only got to be
a
the same.
whopper plopper.
Yeah, the same body of water. Take a I don't know, a 3-inch jig, just plastic swim bait out there. Put it on a hook. Throw it on their bobber. Now throw a minnow out, 3-inch minnow out there. Which one you gonna catch a fish on
That's
first?
a huge minnow.
I want to
3-inch bass minnows.
I want to add an argument here. How many times you brought a fish on the boat, cut it open, get in the guts?
And it had a fucking Guggen.
Yeah, it's got a 10-inch worm in it. Yeah.
But I mean, think about how many times you pulled it out, and it's got. I mean, I probably pull out more plastic artificials out of, freshwater fish than I pull crawdads.
No,
I think you're going to pull more weights out of a fish than you are artificial.
Walleye.
Especially walleye. Yeah. I do think that you can cover a hell of a lot more water, depending on what type of fishing
Absolutely.
you're doing. You're going to cover a lot more water with artificial bait,
Yeah.
but you got a chance to catch more fish that way, depending on. But I think for the bite, hands down, live bait is going to catch more.
Scientifically proven by the Cast&Blast podcast.
Bam.
Yeah, live bait's hard to beat, but you can definitely cast out a lot more with the
Yeah,
artificial.
you can cover water a lot
You're
better.
absolutely right. I think we'll leave that one as a myth.
That could be a 50-50, really.
Stop.
Now, we'll leave it at that.
We're going to have to put that to a test one of these days.
So, and the
I
only
agree
way
with
to
that.
do this is to back it up with science.
Yep. And we're scientists pretty much.
We are 100% scientists.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get down to the biggest hunting
Mad scientists.
the biggest hunting myth that I've heard growing up and here recently in local debates, and that's pissing out the shooting house, pissing out the deer blind, pissing, in the woods. Human piss is going to scare away the deer. What do you guys think? Is this a myth or is this fact?
Pissing in the wind.
Oh, wrong way. Oops. Myth.
Holy crap. Jimmy
Myth.
had me
I was
me shocked. Okay, so what are some theories that you have to back it up that it's a myth?
Now, I will say that I will piss out of a stand, off a stand, out of a shoot house. However, I choose the bottle method, right? Pissing in a bottle, water gallon jug, whatever.
I thought you were going to say one piss per bottle.
No.
One bit.
So I choose that only on the grounds that when I piss, I mean, if it's not raining and all of a sudden you hear running water.
Do you piss in scrapes? Are you?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I do
But
piss in
you
scrapes.
won't piss out the stand.
No, I'll piss out the stand. I just choose to piss in the bottle more than I do pissing out of a stand.
Yeah, I think it's a myth too. I choose to piss out of the stand. Just,
Bruh, I mean, I'll spit Red Man all over the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll piss on my boots and walk through the wood. Like it doesn't bother me none at all. I choose to piss in the bottle.
I think it's a myth. I've pissed out of a stand many times, shot deer there shortly after. I've had deer come up and sniff the area.
Yep.
Most of the time it is young deer, young bucks or does.
Younger
Younger deer most of the time. But if I'm hunting the wind anyways. I'm not too concerned about it.
Now, I will say, I'm not going to drink a gallon of Mountain Dew and then go piss in a scrape.
So I was going to say too, sometimes the first piss of the morning, do it before you get to your stand because it's going to smell like coffee or what. Yeah. And then after that, it's game on, man.
Yeah, it's game on. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I'm going to leave this to the comments. You guys let us know if you think that human piss is actually scaring away the deer and whether you're in a shooting house on the ground or you're moving. There's all these debates about don't piss because you're going to scare away the deer. Let us know in the comments if you agree with that. And I'm going to turn that one right over to kind of the same type of myth. And this is cigarette smoke in the blind.
Man.
Is this a fact that it scares away the deer or is this a myth?
I'm gonna go.
You're in the middle.
I'm in the middle, man.
Okay.
I have set a cigarette down,
Mm-hmm. To pull
drew my bow, shot a deer, and picked my cigarette back up.
me.
I have smoked in stands forever. It's an absolute myth. Now, I will say, with the vapes nowadays, right? Blueberry Yum Yum is a little different. So I put doe piss in my vapes when I'm out there in the woods.
My man, you locked in.
100%.
Dude is locked in.
100%. So hence the reason I chew bubble gum so much. But
You
I
should
will
smell
say,
his beard.
It smells just like piss.
Smells like Bin Laden's dick.
Shortly. So anyway, I will say one thing that I have seen personally that will deter deer, turn them around, or scare them is human hair.
What?
What, like the sight or the smell?
No, check it out. So I didn't believe it until my grandfather showed me. Okay, so we used to garden growing up. My grandfather would go into town.
Was he a barber?
He would go into town, right? And he would get hair from all the barbers.
Holy.
And he would sprinkle it around the gardens.
Oh, yeah.
And for several days until they get used to it, right? It would deter the deer.
Yep.
Okay. So then I took that knowledge, and years later, hunting public land, when people would start encroaching on my areas. You know how many barber shops are in fucking Killeen?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I'll take all your clippings.
All of them, free of charge. 100%.
I have never
Heard
of that.
Because you don't have hair. That's why.
Yeah, that's
Old naked mole rat over there.
oh, he said, you ain't got no hair. You got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Hunt the wind, not the hair.
God damn. All right.
That's a hairy subject, dude.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
This is great. So let's go to the next one. This is kind of like, I wrote down music on the boat. I'll let you guys read between the lines there of what I was trying to get at. And it's basically, remember when Granddad was out fishing with you and he told you, hey, shut up, you're scaring all the fish?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what that was? Papa said, shut up, because he didn't want to hear you every 30 seconds.
So it's a fact. That's what
no.
No. It's a fact. We have to tell everybody it's a fact. It will scare the way. Tell your kids.
Our kids are watching. Yeah, you're
Yes.
right. It is a fact.
It's a fact.
It is a fact. Shut up. Now, kids, go to the next video. So check it out. It's definitely a myth because we listen to music when we're fishing all the damn time. We got music on the boat. We got music on the bank. We got music everywhere.
Not only music, but think about, people swimming, throwing rocks and shit. Like, you ever
100%.
been at a lake fishing and then somebody come up swimming and you're like, oh, you scared away all the fish.
I gotta throw
No,
one.
man.
I gotta throw one back to my dude Ben here. So a little while back, I was down at Galveston and I finally fished salt for a little bit, right? And we were catching some good fish
Shot life, bro.
on the OBX, dog.
Yes.
Tubular. Anyway, so we were down there and we were catching fish on the beach, right? Walking it out, throwing it out, as far as we could, whatever. But there was people swimming all around,
everywhere.
and we were still catching fish. So that just furthermore goes into my myth category. Now, back to the kids. You can come back now.
It's a fact.
Yes.
Kiddos, it's a fact. All right, next.
Yeah, I couldn't find any kind of science behind it. It says that fish feel vibration, but normal music on a boat rarely ruins fishing. You're more likely you're going to scare the fish away, dropping anchors, slamming lids, or stomping around on the boat. That's more disruptive.
But hold on.
And some fishing, they got thumpers.
I was going to say thumpers.
Yeah, you got
Them
thumpers
them
knocking
fellers
on the
sit there
boat.
or in the water. You know what I mean? They go the bloop, 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 whatever the hell they do, right? Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we'll call it bullshit. All right, here we go. The next one is this is a good one, and we can refer to some good friends on this.
We have friends.
Rattle during the rut only. To rattle or not rattle.
I'm going to go with my legal counsel Charles Beatty and Pat Lane's advice and plead the fifth on this one. Because rattling, never mind. I'm just going to plead the fifth. What was the question?
Yeah, you can't do both. So to rattle or to only rattle during the rut. Yeah, definitely a myth. Here's my opinion. If it's deer season, have some rattling horns with you. Now, the way you use them depends on whether or not you do it only during the rut or not. Pre-rut, post-rut. Pre-rut, a little bit of tickling. They're sparring. They're getting to know each other and sizing each other up. During the rut, slamming and bamming. You know what I mean? Hit them hard.
Absolutely.
Post-rut, just, again, a little
I'm going to go ahead and ruin my pardon here. And I'm going to go ahead and say I have rattled throughout the season and seen deer, shot deer, called deer in, or at least stopped them. Right.
Often late season is the best time to rattle mature bucks because mature bucks know that there's still some hot does out there. They hear some horns rattling and they think there's,
antlers,
little poontang over there, and they run that way. Antlers. Yeah.
Antlers.
Oklahoma.
Horns are hollow.
Horns.
Antlers grow back.
You're a nerd. That is a fact. Yes, that is a fact. But
moving right along. Here we go.
Yeah. Myth or fact? Deer have horns or antlers? Okay, they have antlers for Joe. That's a fact.
All right. Yeah.
Science.
I can't fight science.
All right. Enough of the horny talk. Let's get back to it. Here we go.
Comedy.
Fish ain't biting in the middle of the day. You might as well pack it up and go home because they don't bite during the middle of the day. What do you guys think? Is this a myth, fishing myth, or is this a fact?
Hang on. There is a cartoon out there that tells us exactly the answer to this. It's called Bubble Guppies.
Oh, I thought it was Baby Shark.
What time is it? What time? Y'all know what it is? Is that on Bubble Guppies?
I don't know, Jimmy.
Lunchtime.
I'm 48 years old, man.
Come on, man.
I don't have little kids.
Bubble Guppy says otherwise, so that's a myth.
Bubble Guppy.
What time is it? Lunchtime. Fish like to eat lunch in the daytime.
So it's a myth. You guys think that the fish don't care what time of day it is, they're still biting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're still biting, depending on water temps, time of year, thermoclines.
Midday, they might go a little deeper or might go to some cover just because it's the water's a little warmer up closer to the top.
You know what's crazy?
But they're still going to bite.
Even we had a fishing guide on here, very successful, good fishing guide too, and he fishes almost exclusively topwater midday, even if it's 105 degrees outside, smashing double-digit bass doing it.
Okay.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, but it can be done. And if they ain't biting, change what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like Joe says, they probably went a little deeper. Go find them holes. So here we are. This next one is a debate we've covered ad nauseum here on this podcast. Camo matters. Does the pattern matter? Does the color matter? What is it? Is it a myth or is this fact? He's in the middle.
I'm in the middle.
Joe calls it a myth. Joe, let us know what you think.
Dude, Fred Bear hunted in red and black plaid.
Right. So
what's his Relentless Pursuit? Daggum hunts in brown Carhartt pants and a Mossy Oak t-shirt, right? Tim Wells.
Yeah.
And he shoots rams with a blow dart gun, right? Like, he gets that close. I'm sorry. As long as you don't.
How many? This is why I went that way. How many Tim Wells are out there?
Two.
Yeah,
me and him.
You and him. All right. So I say camo is this way because I think there's two reasons. One, the experience of the hunter, and two, whatever animal you're chasing.
But you're telling me Sitka works that good that you can just walk out and kill deer because you got Sitka on?
If you got Sitka, you don't need a gun. You don't need a bow. You probably don't even need a knife.
No, you're probably just sitting there talking the deer to death and they die of boredom and shitty camouflage.
You can kill any animal you want without camo. It's not necessary. I do agree with Joe.
The cavemen hunted naked.
They do it on Naked and Afraid.
They do. Yeah, but no, camo is not.
100%. Now, Sitka, that is not like a true shot. Right. If you want to sponsor the podcast, we're more than welcome. We do love you.
We need Sitka in Texas.
I just think that there's certain places that your camouflage works and certain places that it doesn't.
I think it always boils down to being still, being quiet, and not being, not bump the wind. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you're really going to use all those things to your favor. I think we can go out there and, it's breakup, right? We always talk about it. It really doesn't matter the pattern, the color, and all that stuff. The reason why a lot of people wore plaid was because it would break up the outline, and they could sit still in the woods with a plaid shirt on, and it would kind of break up the silhouette.
I'm just saying it doesn't really matter what camouflage you're wearing. If you're sitting in a tree doing a timber tug, you're going to get busted.
You're going to get busted.
So, just being honest.
Yeah. They'll get you.
Well, if you are sitting in the woods, the myth is scent control matters. Is this a fact or is this a myth?
Oh, man. Now, this is debatable is what it is. It's very debatable. Yeah, it's a fact. And here's the hard fact when it comes to scent control. You're never going to beat a deer's nose. That's a fact. Now, the more you practice scent control, the better you can do. So deer determine distance based off of how intense that smell is, right? So if you got very good scent control, that deer still may smell you, but they think that you're a certain distance away when you're actually within bow range.
Right.
Now, if you're rifle hunting, I'm not. If I'm rifle hunting, I ain't gonna wear cologne, but I don't practice any scent control because I don't have to get as close.
Tracking. I'm gonna agree with you there. I believe that scent control is important to an extent. Depends on what type of hunt you're doing, where you're at. Are you in a box stand? You in a lock on? Whatever.
Yep.
Right? I don't believe, but it also depends on what type of scent control you're doing. Are you using smoke? Are you using these stupid carbon sprays? Are you using an ozonics? Right? Like that's a whole, there's a whole daggum deal out there for that. But for the sake of me shutting the hell up, it's a fact.
I mean, scent control is important, but if you hunt the wind, it don't matter. You're not going to beat that deer nose.
And that is science backed. 100%.
That's science fact.
There you go.
And if you think beating a deer's nose is hard, try beating a pig's nose. Even harder.
Well, I don't get that close, but I'll beat one if I get close.
Yeah, I'll punch it right in the snout. Come here, Miss Piggy.
Pause. There's too much beating going on.
Especially when we talk about meat.
100%. Right?
And timber tugs right before. It's got Joe's mind all discombobulated.
Guys, we covered a whole bunch of myths today. We hope you were playing along with us in the comments. Let us know if there was a myth we left out that you grew up following and believing to this day. Let us know if there was something that you thought was a myth and it was proven to be fact. We want to get you guys in your comments. And I think before we jump off here, we did ask some social media people for some myths or something. We'll go on and we'll look for that, and then maybe we'll share them with you guys. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn the camera over to those guys. I'm gonna pull up the
I think one of them was once a spike, always a spike.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to cover.
That, once a spike, always a spike. That's science back and myth,
100% a science back and myth.
There's nothing. I mean, you could go from a young basket 6, basket 8, 1.5, 2-year-old deer.
Yeah.
And he blossoms into, a big mainframe 170, 180 inch deer.
Absolutely.
And then when he cracks 8 years old, if he lives that long, he's back just being a spike or some discombobulated weird,
the Puto Pinche buck.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I 100% agree to that. Once a spike, always a spike is bullshit. It's been proven through the breeders. It's been proven through just deer science, deer watching, people watching, beer drinking.
Any redneck knows that a spike, once a spike, always a spike is not
correct. And really, is it a spike or is it a 2-pointer or is it a 11-pointer?
I like the idea of it being an 11.
I agree to that wholeheartedly because if that's the case, I've shot a whole hell of a lot of 11s.
It's a 2-finger 11-pointer.
Yeah. So I agree to
and that's a fact too, by gosh.
Yeah, that is a fact, Jack.
What else?
We did get a couple, and they were all. Triple J posted, "Is it a myth or fact that the cows are up grazing, the fish are biting, deer moving?" We covered that. Shout out to him for letting us for commenting. Caden Laxon brought up the is a spike always a spike?
Yeah.
And then he also brought up scent control. But his comment here says it doesn't matter if you have on something Jesus himself designed. If a mature buck gets downwind of you, the hunt is over.
The hunt is over. I gotta agree with Caden on that one, man. If they get downwind of you,
but if you're wearing something that Jesus designed, such as
Sika.
Jesus didn't design that. Some fella from Oklahoma did.
That was the devil.
So the devil. No. So that would be like, I'm thinking, I'm out there naked and afraid in my birthday suit hunting. If you don't want to get scented, right, dude wipes are the greatest invention.
You know how many dude wipes are out on public land?
Oh, man.
Thank God they are decomposable or whatever the hell.
Biodegradable.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. You're not going to beat that deer's nose if he gets downwind or you get scented or you're tugging on timber, right? If you get caught, period, you're done. I have had deer blow at me and I didn't even know they were there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From behind us, whatever. Colt and I have been sitting in a stand, literally go like this, talk to each other, and all of a sudden
it's crazy. They're ghosts, man. Like, you don't know they're there till they're there, and then they're gone before you know they're gone.
But let me ask this. I got another myth or a fact just popped into the old nugget here again. If she blows, she goes.
If she blows, she goes. Man.
Nah, I can't say that I've pulled the trigger on every doe that's blown at me. That's for damn sure.
It depends on what I'm chasing.
If you've got that old ornery slope head,
yeah,
right out there, Freezer Queen, just blowing her ass off every
Freezer
time
Queen.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's
Every time she walks out, she stands on the other end of the field, whether you're in the stand or not, and she's out there. Hey, check it out.
Yeah,
I'm about to go from slick head to skin head right fast. You about to get popped.
I know we've stared at a couple sitting in the blind waiting to get out, just trying to. We were doing an observation sit. There's this doe she wanted to jump in the blind with us.
She walked from 100 yards from the feeder, and we're whistling at her, trying to get her to move off so we can just get out.
So the easiest thing I have found to get deer like out of the AO so you can get out of a stand and go.
How?
No, I just talk, and then they're like, "Oh, it's Bigfoot."
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So
that worked.
They get scared.
Yeah, I'll start banging sticks together and throwing rocks.
Like I just start. Yeah.
All right, we'll end it with that. Is Bigfoot a myth or a fact?
Yeah, he's
Look
a
at
fact.
Him. He's right here with us.
I'm sitting next to him.
Yeah.
He's even got his own sign. If that, well, I don't know if you can see that sign.
You can see it. It's okay. Here's your sign. Bigfoot is a fact.
Bigfoot's
real.
It's a hard fact.
100%. Like, I will die on that hill 10 toes down.
Let's find him.
Well, nobody's been able to find him, and nobody's been able to prove it, but we still believe, and we're out on the hunt. I'm not saying we're going to pull the trigger.
He's the hide and seek champion of the world.
Yeah.
Only second to Anne Frank.
And Loch Ness.
Nessie's been spotted way too many times.
Amelia Earhart.
Dude,
Earhart?
They found her. What the hell? Amelia Earhart?
That's what I said.
That's messed up.
I didn't figure y'all would catch it, but you caught it.
Oh, yeah, we 100% caught it.
Yeah, well, good thing we didn't catch that downwind.
Ooh, you're right. Ooh. Not beating this nose.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed playing along with us. This was a little game we played called Myth or Fact. We are going to end this with a game we like to call I Call Bullshit. This is a game where I have something lined up for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Yo, we're back at it again in the Cast&Blast studio. Today we're doing a segment we like to call I Call Bullshit.
I call bullshit.
Right? So I Call Bullshit is one of us is going to come up with two truths and a lie, and it's on the other two of us to figure it out, right? So today, old Pinche Ben is in the hot seat.
I'm in the hot seat.
Let's go ahead and see what you got, Ben.
All right, so start off with the obvious. You guys know that
you've swam a river. Yeah,
you once had hair.
I was in high school. You have your honorable mentions. The what do they call the the favorites, like the superlatives.
Yeah.
Right.
So like you were most.
I was voted most likely to, or whatever. I was
Keep your
voted.
hair?
I was voted best dancer in high school.
Okay.
You know?
Best dancer.
Best dancer. Yeah. I once put a sibling in a dryer and turned it on.
Which sibling?
My sister. Yeah.
Yeah. Poor sis.
Well, the last one is easy. I was voted most likely to not succeed in high school.
Okay.
Okay.
So
This is all documented.
Okay.
This is
so
all documented.
I know that you used to run the ball,
Yeah.
right? You were a running back, fullback.
Fullback.
Correct?
Fullback.
You were fullback.
Yeah.
Which means you had good footwork.
I got to see, like, I don't
Well,
know.
I was a fullback, dude. I mean, where does a
doesn't
fullback run?
You
North
had-
and south.
You had
I
decent
had the
foot-
0 hole and the 1 hole.
You still got decent footwork.
What year did you graduate?
97.
What was the hot dance at the time?
I was
in 97.
7.
Oh, probably. I don't know.
Never gonna give you up.
Yeah. I
We're
remember-
getting Rickrolled here.
I don't know what the hottest dance was. I don't know. The electric slide. I have
The
no
electric
idea.
slide.
I don't
All right.
know.
Oh yeah, definitely did great as a fullback.
All right. So what was the other one I said?
You put your sister in
In
dryer.
a dryer.
Put my sister in the dryer.
I've seen you do worse, so.
I can 100% agree to that one. Like that happened.
Most likely
Well-
not to succeed. You guys think that?
Most likely not to succeed or to succeed?
No, there was most likely to not succeed. And if you can imagine, my parents were not happy about that.
I don't know. I can't.
I got my pick. I'm going to let you go first.
Nah.
Which one's bullshit?
Yeah. Which one's bullshit?
All right.
Ah, damn, I don't know. It's between the two. You put sister.
Oh
put
yeah, you
sis
put her in the dryer.
So that's off the table for
You
you
put
guys.
her in the dryer.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
You got to think about.
I don't know. I kind of need to see some Dougie or some Macarena or something right here.
I'm gonna
You know
need.
what I'm saying?
Do me a favor.
Show me how to Dougie.
moonwalk across the studio here, right? I'm gonna have to say you were probably voted.
We can go back. This is documented. I can pull out a yearbook, and you're gonna see all those people that were voted for something. You know,
I'm gonna-
class
I'm-
clown, this and that.
All right, I call bullshit on the dance.
Call bullshit on the dance.
I call bullshit on the dance because you're more of a DJ than you are a dancer.
All right, guys. Here is the truth. I did put my sister in the dryer. Turned it on. My parents walked in while it was happening.
We knew that one.
So I got to tell you why I think it's the dance. Because there's not a man in the world that can dance very well wearing Uggs.
But hold on.
And then what are you wearing?
But hold on. He wears women pants and Uggs.
Oh shit!
That means I got a great sense of style.
Or you got moves like Jagger.
I was not voted most likely to not succeed.
Yeah!
All right.
I was, in fact, voted best dancer, and here's how that went down. There are, jocks in the pep rallies,
yep.
sitting down, and
Yep.
they, there was this one pep rally. The cheerleaders went and pulled us out on the dance floor and decided to blindfold us and have a dance contest. And they'll come and tap you on the shoulder while the music's playing. Well, what I didn't know was all my friends were up to it, and I was left the butt of the joke. They were going to get tapped out, and they were going to leave me. Dude, I danced my ass off in the middle of that gym, blindfolded by myself. There was no dance contest. I was just in that bitch just fucking getting it. You couldn't tell me shit. The freaking music was going. I'm feeling my own vibe. The music's going, and I'm just going. I'm thinking everybody else is dancing. I got to beat them. I got to win this dance contest. Finally, this cheerleader comes and taps me on the shoulder. I pull my freaking blindfold off like this, and I see like the whole defensive line sitting there standing like, laughing. Bro, talk about quiet in the gym. The music stopped, and they had like, I look and I see the entire like gym, and I just go,
Yeah!
everybody was like, yeah! So I played it off. They laughed with me. After that, I was known as the best dancer.
Yeah.
I wore a
and that day at practice, Ben showed them
my
how
football
a fullback
coach.
runs.
Yeah, my fullback. But I was at that time I was only playing defense. I refused to play offense because I didn't want to learn the book, the playbook. So I was defense. I just follow the ball. Playing middle linebacker, defensive line. I don't care what the plays are.
Did you ever break the moves out on the field?
Nah, this is what my offensive coach came. He's like, "Damn, dog, if I knew you moved like that, I'd have you out here running the ball again."
Hey, at that point, it was unanimous, dude. You fucking
Hey, it was an undisputed competition. So, since I got voted best dancer, the only way to dress to that freaking favorites dance is in a John Travolta leisure suit with white platform shoes.
Yes.
And
you had the V-neck?
I had the open thing with the freaking chain.
He's still wearing the same platform.
Dude, I can't wait to share that picture. You guys are going to laugh.
Oh, man.
Dude, it was horrible. Got my suit I think I pulled the suit out of my grandfather's closet because he was like sick with the suits. And I went and got my shoes at Salvation Army. And, dude, I had a blast out there at that thing looking like a fool.
That's cool, man.
That's dope.
So,
That is dope. That's funny as hell.
I tried to put a pimp hat on, but it looked more like Panama Jack. You know, when you're poor, you're just working with what you got.
Man, looking like Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Well, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying these segments we're bringing to you. We're going to keep doing these. Jimmy, I think you're up.
I'm
man.
up.
We're going to be
All right.
bringing you another one, man. Hope you enjoyed it.
Deuce.